I'm the Kaiju no Kami with
Krelika Kane.
and we are going to be talking about a very uneventful Zenkaiger episode. Episode 37.
Grudge Radish Deep Root. That's what it says it's called.
That was not the title that we had for the episode because radish was the last word in that episode title.
I missed that episode title. That's why I have to go off of this.
Okay.
Grudge Radish Deep Roots.
Either way, Overtime's translation of that was much different.
Grudge Radish Deep Roots.
I don't care what it says on there. So, they talk about Kaito's mom for the first minute, but they never...
Well, they didn't talk about her the first... Oh, actually, it was the first minute.
Yeah,
episode.
because they said they went looking for her on another world.
On Romancetopia.
But I love that they...
Romancetopia. Romance world.
Okay.
I thought it meant Roman, like Roman, Romans.
Either way, they went looking for the mother off screen. Not on the show itself, but off screen.
Again.
You would think that something that important would be worth showing us happening. In fact, are we just going to have one episode? It's going to start off and, hey, Mom, I'm glad we found you on that world that we just came off of off screen.
Yes.
Because apparently they don't know how to actually show. They just like to tell us.
So they went to Romance World that I now got. As I'm explaining it here, I did not get it when watching. So it was Vroom, Kaito, and Flint. They get back to the real world. And first thing is Vroom is going back to his old habit, which I think is a good habit to have. He sees a bunch of trash and cleans it up. How is that a bad thing? Then we see Majine, who once again loves her crystal ball. But she's trying to help this young little girl who's like the most adorable little girl ever. I know I've said that before about the little girl in Bill.
I was going to say, you've already said that.
But this girl is...
I don't know. This girl at times looked like she was like, what am I supposed to be doing in this show? Why am I here? I'm dead on the inside.
It's a child. You don't say that about a child.
But that's what she looked like at times. She looked like she had no idea what... It looked like, oh, I'm only here because my father's the producer.
Is that true?
No, I'm just saying the way her face looked is, I'm just here because my father's the producer and they needed a kid for this episode and I just happened to be there, so my dad's like, I'm putting you to work.
No. The little girl this is probably her first acting role ever.
I'm just saying.
Have some grace.
I'm just saying that she didn't seem like she was actually wanting to be there.
Wow, you got so much more about that child than I did. Do you have an entire life story for her?
Well, you see, back in the hospital, her mother gave birth and out came her. She cried when she was slapped on the ass, and then they said, oh cool, we have a baby. What do we do now? I don't know. I guess we go on a trip to America. And the little kid grew up on its own.
Okay, one. I'm a little concerned about your storytelling. Because she didn't just come out of her mother. That seems a little creepy as you say it like that. She was born. Second, they don't slap kids on the ass anymore.
They don't?
No!
Oh. Okay.
Most babies come the womb crying?
I don't know this. I've never had a kid.
Have you not seen, like they put in high school, the Miracle of Birth video?
No, we didn't see that in high school. We saw that in 8th grade, and it looked like sausage.
Oh my god.
And that was on a laser disc in 1996.
A sausage.
Yeah, let's focus. Let's focus on that and not.
Never tell a parent. Never tell a parent when you see a baby, like a brand new newborn baby, that their child looks like a sausage. Please don't.
Well, I don't.
I beg of you, never say that.
I don't plan
sausage.
on ever seeing a newborn baby popping out.
I've been to births before. It doesn't look like a sausage, and honestly...
Well, it did on this video. Are we going to focus on that or the fact that I said it was on Laserdisc?
Well, I'm ignoring the Laserdisc because that's a dead technology. It was there for like this long.
Yes, like carrier pigeons.
No, carrier pigeons probably still exist. According to Chrysalis Bloodborne, they've existed all
Actually,
to now.
There you go. I want a carrier pigeon world.
But anyways...
And I want to see the wall boss using the carrier pigeon to go fly over to Ijuru and it's screaming text.
So you want it to be like a howler. I think this is what it's called from the Harry Potter world. Yes.
Sure.
But anyways, let's get back to the episode at hand. Okay?
Why?
Because that's what people are signing on for. They're not signing on for us to talk about the Miracle of Birth and Laserdisc. Nevertheless, so we get to the monster of the week.
But wouldn't that make Iago the carrier pigeon?
Let's get back to the episode at hand.
Fine.
So we have, as we talked about last time, we have the Daikon Radish World.
Daikon. Daikon Radish is an oxymoron.
You're an oxymoron. But anyways, we have the Daikon World. So, obviously, I have never eaten a daikon before. I've had radishes, and I actually do like radishes, but the way is, so when we have the daikon world there, it's a radish on top of a grater, which I actually have to say was very well done, because at first I was like, what? Why is there a grater there? And apparently...
Because lesser wasn't available?
But apparently in Japan, with these daikons, and it's so weird to say daikon without saying daikon radish. But anyways, with these daikons,
It's a great con.
in Japan, the entire plant can be used. Now, I imagine it's the same thing for a regular radish, because I've never peeled anything off. I've just washed it. But I never consciously thought about the entire vegetable being used. And in Japan, they apparently grate it, dice it, do all kinds of things with it. And so apparently, because it is a vegetable that can be fully used and there's no wasted items on it, then the trash of the world is jealous. Now, let me first line this up for you that Kaito and Juron had the same reaction, or no, it was just Kaito, had the same reaction I did, I think Majine did too, of, why is the trash attacking people?
No, Juron did as well, because Juron even asked, are you sure you're Daikon World?
Well, yes, because apparently his power is to shoot at people
With bird poop.
with grated daikon radish.
It looked like bird poop.
It looked like snow cones. I didn't go to the level of bird poop. Because
well,
the birds in this area look so different.
Just wait till we get to the giant version.
Okay, nevertheless, it looked like snow cone, like the snow cone ice, and apparently Trash is jealous because they're thrown away, but nothing for the daikon is. And Yak-chan, I actually liked her response because everybody's questioning why. And she's like, well, when I was younger, I threw the skin of the radish away and I was yelled at. And I was like, oh, okay, I learned something. One, they don't necessarily know, and I love useless knowledge, but it's not ever going to be a question on Jeopardy.
I
don't get the stretch between the garbage becoming sentient and attacking people.
I don't understand this plot. This plot is almost as bad as the sushi plot.
It was.
Because
it was a stretch. Like, I can understand nothing, actually. Because we had the trash world and the recycle world. And not once in either of those worlds did the trash become sentient. And that's where my problem is. If trash is going to become sentient...
Why didn't they do this in Trash World?
Yes! Because I'm like...
We already had a plot with trash, so why... it's like they're repeating their own plot lines in the same series.
Well, and that's what really bothers me. It's like, okay, when we have this episode, we didn't talk about this. If trash can magically become sentient and have wills of their own, which I'll get later why I actually thought there was one cool scene in the episode, then why didn't this happen before? Now, with our side story of the episode, little Yuna was making what's called a Mimi doll. And this is also a big thing in Japan. I kind of wish it was bigger here just because the craftiness of it. So they have these kits where you can make your own homemade stuffed animal, which I think is so cool. So she made a stuffed animal of the Mimi doll. However, it didn't look exactly like it did on the sheet.
All I thought was that cake show.
But it's a little kid. She's like 6 years old.
I know. I'm just thinking of the whole thing of the cake show.
Yes. He's thinking of the show on Netflix. It's called Nailed It. If you have not watched it, definitely do so. But...
Not really, don't.
Hush you. Everybody needs to watch Nailed It. Nicole Byer is a great hostess.
Who?
She's the host of the show. But anyways.
Okay. Glad you cleared that up.
I did. Nevertheless, she was then asked by her friends, can we see your doll? And she became embarrassed and ashamed because she didn't do a good job. Which, all kids have had this moment where they create something and then when they look at it in the eyes of what they assume everybody else is going to see, they become very embarrassed that they're sharing
Just
it.
kids?
Well, adults do as well. You did when you were trying to do a toy review. Which will never see the light of day. I haven't even seen it. But, so she throws it in the water, and then after doing so, she regrets her actions but cannot find the doll. So the reason why this happens is, this long story short, or short story long, either one, is Majide and Flint, being the big sisters of the episode, are going to help Yuna find her doll. And the thing they decide on is that Yuna is going to get
Trashed.
the grated radish on her head.
The bird poop.
Radish. But anyways, so this is where you get to the one cool ass scene of the episode.
Die Ranger did it better. 30
One.
years ago.
Shut up. I'm not talking about Die Ranger. So the Mimi doll comes flying at the little girl. But what was so cool, and this is actually the thing I want, she has a stuffed felt kitchen knife. I wanted that kitchen knife for my Build-A-Bears.
Are you sure it was stuffed?
Yes.
It looked like an actual knife to me.
It wasn't an actual
Well,
knife.
not like... Never mind.
It looked like a kidified version of a knife.
Okay.
And I wanted it. I'm like, I want that. But it kind of reminded me of like Twilight Zone with
The only thing that was missing was Mimi going, knife to meet ya.
Or Chucky or anything like that. Obviously not to that same
I
degree.
get the point.
But that was the only cool scene is you have this stuffed animal flying at this little girl with its own version of a knife that I want to know how it got and how I can get one. And Majine and Flint use this like ribbon to hold it back from attacking her with a felt knife.
We also didn't know about the fact that Vroom was under a pile of garbage the entire episode.
Well, that was
the
funny
entire
when they
battle.
were doing their transformation sequence. You go through everybody, and then you have Vroom's arm coming out of a pile of trash, explaining who he is. And then Kaito's like, the four of us here and one in spirit. And I'm like, oh my god.
In spirit.
Remind me of a damn
And
fortune.
then we have the battle, which then High Kaiser shows up, and Stacy shows up, and then Stacy and Two Kaiser just disappear for the entire sequence. I don't think we ever even saw them fighting after they just ran off.
No, because they ran up the stairs and then the fight diverged. Now, obviously, there was a scene in Toji Tendo World where even Wall Boss, Bokuwasu, even made the same comment that all of us made of, is this even effective? I agreed with him. Like, okay, the point of this is, and so now Stacy was nominated to be the protector of the world because Hakaiser's brainwashing does not work. Is anyone shocked?
Even though Kaiser shows up to fight at the end during this episode.
And then
So yeah, we have Kaito versus Kaiser. We've got Two Kaiser and Stacy doing something off screen. And then
we get to
okay, I did like when Radish World hit them so that the Kudites came back to life like zombies.
yes, and then they used Maji Ranger.
Well, it made me think of
Dangerous
Zombie in X8 when he's like
Which you have to give that actor from X8 hella props because he has to maneuver around. Kind of remind me of the live action in Silent Hill with that creepy choreography. Anyways, they used Maji Ranger to something to make them like
more powerful.
Just
Just so they can then go, oh, okay, we're done.
I was confused.
Yeah, I don't get the what?
I was very confused. I watched Maji Ranger.
I don't get
This didn't match the motif of Maji Ranger.
I don't get most of these powers.
But then moving on, because if we don't move on, we're going to overanalyze, and I might have to throttle him.
But we overanalyze and revise, why is it changed for this?
Because Revice is good. And I like this show, but Revice is better.
Well, that's no contest.
So, don't say because I say Revice is good, that doesn't mean I don't like this show. I do. But this episode was something.
Yeah.
And then we get to new coup de test.
No, you forgot that they blow up Radish World with just the three of them. So they got Kaito really just flies over them. And then all of a sudden, two Kaiser and Stacy are back there like, oh, the battle's over. Okay, I'm out of here. Kaiser's like, okay, battle's over. I'm out of here.
I don't know what the point of that.
And then we have another CGI mech.
And it was unnecessary. Like, what did they do so special in this fight that they had to be CGI?
Flying radishes.
You're telling me.
Okay, or
the very suggestive
the white liquid
radish liquid. I'm just gonna say suggestive.
That didn't look like.
It didn't look appropriate. It didn't look child friendly.
That did not look like radish, chopped radish, grated up radish.
It was very liquidy.
Yeah, and not in the
I said suggestive. Leave it that way.
No.
Leave it at that.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
Shut up.
Let's have some fun with this.
No. Bad.
You'd allow it if Silverquill was here.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
No. No. Even if Silverquill was here, he would not be able to step over that line.
But yeah, it didn't look like.
I know it didn't look like it. It was too wet.
Yeah, I don't get it. But then it flies over to. I don't even know. How is it a Lupin Ranger power?
I was going to ask you that.
I don't remember. How is it a Lupin Ranger power? How does Lupin... I don't understand these powers.
So, basically, they call upon the Lupin Ranger power. And first, a missile comes out. The top of the hatch opens up. And you have this, hand that snaps its fingers. And Yachan...
a giant-sized Yachan
comes out to a table, bringing a meal that works better with grated radish. And so the grated radish that's attacking Zenkaiger goes all the way over to that and miraculously puts it in a pretty low manner on each of the plates. Because it feels like attacking robots is not as good as being with the meal it's meant for.
So it's sentient radish.
Well, if the trash is sentient, then why not?
But, okay, so why didn't the trash attack the mechs? That's the thing.
Okay.
Where was the trash in all this? If the trash was the main part of the episode, why is the trash not there when they're fighting in mech form?
Honey, you remember the show Bananas in Pajamas?
No. I never saw it.
You remember the show existing, though, right?
I remember the commercial.
And at least from that commercial, and I've watched the show because it came on when I was getting up and ready for school. Long, long time ago because I was in high school. However,
God, you're old.
However, for that show, I swear that...
Yes, you do. You swear all the time.
I do. But I swear that the creators were on cocaine. You might have to bleep that out for YouTube. They're on heavy narcotics. I feel like for this episode, the writer was drunk. They were drunk. They
I just
had no other choice but to write an episode.
I feel like whoever did Junko write this episode?
Well, even if she didn't, it's going to say
She did.
But that doesn't necessarily mean she did. So, nevertheless,
at this point, I think she's given up.
Nevertheless, the person who did write this episode was drunk. They got wasted. They were at the party. They got a text message on their way home saying, "Hey, deadline coming up. We need episode." They get to their computer drunk. If you remember Agito, just in a very different manner than the one woman.
Like
she got in front of whomever got in front of their computer, wrote out an episode, read it while drunk, because I can guarantee you, and I'm not trying to tell anyone who is of a certain age to do so, but when you are drunk and you write something out and you read it afterwards, it looks like you just became the next Mark Twain, Stephen King. You have the greatest writing ability in the world. They turned this in.
And no one at Toei.
And no, let me finish my little journey of this script that could. They turned it in. Nobody read the script because they thought, okay, we got this in, let's get it out so we can film.
Oh yeah, deadline.
So no one read the script because it was a deadline. They had no time. So nothing was read of the script until it got to the actor's hands, which I wouldn't doubt in my mind I believe that has happened in quite a few Sentais, even going back to the 90s.
80s.
Or even 80s. So they get the script. They start reading the script as they're working on it. Somebody probably says, what the fuck is going on here? They're like, it's too late. We have nothing. There's no way we can change this. This is on a deadline still. So they record this episode having no clue what's going on, and all they know is if they don't shoot the episode, they're out of jobs. So it goes from a drunk person to a sober person wondering where their life is taking them. They're never going to win an Oscar. They're never going to get an Emmy for creative writing because they failed. All because of a deadline. That's what I believed happened. Somebody was drunk. Nobody had a chance to look it over.
That's the only way that one Live Man episode where Green gets pregnant could have happened.
Wait, what?
The Live Man episode where the Green Ranger gets pregnant with an alien creature.
We're going to talk about this later. But anyways, I swear that's what happened. And Toei, if you somehow watch these episodes, which I highly doubt, please prove me wrong. Please let me know that somebody actually in the writing room was sober and coherent and not under the gun with the deadline and actually wrote this.
So you actually want Toei to admit they paid someone to write this episode?
Yes. I want them to admit to me that somebody got a paycheck to write this episode. Because I could write better
and somebody
drunk.
And somebody got paid to approve this episode.
Well, I still am a believer that this, because of a short turnaround deadline, the drunk person got it through. The approver had no time to look it over and was like, it's got to be fine. We've done well so far. And it moved down the line.
The sad part is it's not even the worst episode in the series. It's just, this episode
Can you say that my journey down this likelihood is unreal? Or unrealistic?
Probably, but I don't care.
How in the world can you think it's unrealistic?
It doesn't matter. We're on a deadline here. We've got like 5 minutes left to record.
But
No. We've got to move on. Move past that. we're now, mech battle's over, everyone's all happy, and Kaito's dragging like two Kaiser into their little dance thing, and then we cut to Boss and Iago going, I have a plan for Hot Kaiser.
It makes me think that we wait until episode 37 to actually get some evil deeds. Dirty deeds are not done dirt cheap here. There's a song called Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. It's by AC/DC.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyways, there's a JoJo's character called Dirty Deeds.
That's that old band that did that song, Highway to Hell, right?
Thankfully, yes.
And Welcome to the Jungle?
No.
Okay.
They were not the one who did Welcome. You do know who actually sang Welcome to the Jungle, right?
Aerosmith. Because it has the loud voice guy.
Axl Rose?
Oh. Well, him and the Aerosmith guy sound the same.
Steven Tyler and Axl Rose do not sound alike. Guns N' Roses is nothing like Aerosmith.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Have you actually even heard of a Guns N' Roses song?
Yes, because Welcome to the Jungle is in GTA.
Have you actually heard an Aerosmith song not from Armageddon?
Yes, because Greg used to listen to Aerosmith.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you
There's that Walk This Way song.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure you didn't say I don't miss a thing. Because we try not to think of the Armageddon song.
Okay, I'm getting tired here, so let's wrap this up.
Well, anyways, the next episode is about ancestors, and all I kept on seeing in the trailer was a Japanese man cosplaying as Johnny Depp from Pirates.
Johnny Depp.
Or as Keith Richards, one of the two. But then again, Johnny Depp was impersonating Keith Richards to do his version for Pirates of the Caribbean. So maybe this pirate in this episode is impersonating Johnny Depp, who's impersonating Keith Richards. And do you know where Keith Richards is from?
Well, yeah, he's the painted black dude.
What band sings Painted Black? Paint It Black, not Painted.
That one is Rolling Stone.
Well, it's Rolling Stones, but close.
Whatever.
And do you know who the lead singer of that band is?
It's not Axl Rose.
Oh my God, no! The lead singer of the band could be Axl Rose's dad. Mick Jagger.
Okay, whatever. Mick Jagger.
Jagger.
Jaeger.
It's Mick Jagger.
I know, I'm just saying Jaeger.
Jaeger is with one G.
And an E.
Jagger has an E too.
No, not that. I know what Jaeger is spelled like. Because Aaron Jaeger. But anyway.
That's not the Jaeger that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the Jaeger from the booze called Jägermeister.
Yeah, okay. So there's an alcohol called a Jägermeister now.
Yeah, there's always been a
well, maybe that's what the person that wrote this script drank when they wrote this script.
So we're putting it in full circle.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, what did you guys think of this episode? I hope you hated this one just as much as we did. But if you liked it, then I'm sorry. No, really. If you liked it, let us know. Click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube says, click on this or whatever, because they're updating their terms of service or something.
Again.
And they're getting rid of the dislike function. So, haha, motherfucker that always dislikes a video, just for the sake of disliking a video, you won't be able to dislike videos much longer. Haha, fuck you.
What are you doing?
Anyway. You can support us at Patreon, Kaiju no Kami, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Kaiju no Kami. I think you can access Discord at Kaiju no Kami, even though I barely ever remember to actually go there.
Then why do you even have it? And why are you promoting it?
Because maybe I will, if I promote it enough, I will remember to check it more often. So that the three people that are always on there to actually discuss stuff will actually grow more than just three people.
Well, then maybe you need to get on there and promote it like in a better, more conscientious manner.
Okay, anyway. You can
and not say I think you can access from kaiju.
If you want to buy some cool Christmas presents, check out creativitybydesignllc.com/shop. You can buy Kaiju no Kami the t-shirt, Kaiju no Kami the water bottle, Kaiju no Kami the pen, Kaiju no Kami the notebook, Kaiju no Kami the poster, and that's about it for Kaiju no Kami the whatevers.
Yes, but also be aware if you buy it and you have a child that lives with you, they may want to take your Kaiju no Kami merchandise, so either buy a second one or hide it from them. And did you mention pens?
I said pens.
Okay.
Yeah, I want the water bottle, the octopus water bottle, and I'm just like, it's not an octopus, it's a squid. Ah! Ah! It's a squid, not an octopus. Ah!
Well, it's technically not either because it has a Godzilla head on it.
Well, but it's squid tentacles because there's only 6, not 8. So it's not.
Okay, I never knew that at all when I was younger either. I thought squids and octopuses were the same thing.
No.
And I know it's octopi, but still.
The octopus is the version that runs away from everything. Anyway, okay. So that's all we've got for this episode.
Actually, I do have one other thing. For everyone who posts on this episode, they are going to be in a drawing for a nifty little Christmas gift or holiday gift from us. It's going to be punny and it's going to be ridiculous. So,
wait, what are we doing?
Please comment, like, and subscribe. You have to be subscribed to be eligible. You have to comment on the video and share the video to be eligible. And within a week, we will do a raffle. We're actually going to try this for our next few videos so that we can give you a fun little punny gift.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What is this? Okay, that's cool. So yes, you want free whatever she's got planned? Since I don't know about this. I wasn't told about this. Were you told about this? Were you told about this?
But it's free and it's from us. Don't you
now
like
you're really
us?
going to scare them away. Okay, whatever. We'll take your Ozzy Osbourne and
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, because he's part of
He is not part of AC/DC, so don't even go there.
Okay. Then,
he's part of Black Sabbath.
Then who sings it? Who's the singer of AC/DC?
Some Irish dude. There's been 3.
So okay, you don't even know who it is.
Actually,
okay.
I don't remember his name.
Then that's cool. Duff McWhalen, we'll go with that.
No, oh God, no.
Fine, Grizzly Slash.
Slash is part of Guns N' Roses.
Oh yeah, okay. Whatever. Until next time. Bye.